Alright guys, welcome back and welcome to Game 3 here, the third epic replay from GameCom Plantronics EU, and it's gonna be another Zerg versus Protoss. Alright, so we've got Feng Huang as our Zerg player. He's gonna be the pink Zerg on the left hand side of the map. The map is Shattered Temple, and on the right hand side of the map, ooh, I like that name, that's a very cool name, Upgrade. Trying to put a little bit of inflection on every capital letter there. So Upgrade is going to be the Protoss player on the right hand side of the map. It's 3 ZVPs in a row, and definitely getting the ZVP cravings out of my system here after this cast, and we'll have to see how this is going to go. By the way guys, I do want to remind you all that besides these 3 replays and the grand finals that I'll be casting live this weekend, which you guys should tune in for, you guys can find that information on their website, gamecom.plantronics.com/se2eu. Besides those replays, I still have 2 more for this month that I'll be doing, which are of course the sponsored replays from GameCom Plantronics, the epic replay of the week or month or whatever you want to call it, and I've been doing those twice a month, so I still have 2 more of those. So in total I should have about 5 or 6 more videos for GameCom Plantronics, and I hope you guys have been enjoying their content so far. You guys should definitely check out their headsets. They make some great headsets, quality. They're not the kind that'll break out and you know, bother your ears or anything like that. I'm pretty sure they're circummural and they're comfortable and they sound great, look great, feel great, make you sexy, get all the ladies, get all the boys if you want the boys, if you're a girl. And yeah, they're great. So of course the winners of each of these replays also receives a headset, which means we'll have to see if Feng Huang or Upgrade will get the final headset that will be given out. And of course, kind of like the Axe effect, and they'll get all the ladies. We'll have to see what happens. Probe now making its way back from Upgrade after he scouted out the Zerg base. Did see no expansion actually out of Feng Huang, who went for spawning pool, no gas. Believe he went for the pool on 14 or 15, but he hasn't thrown down a hatchery yet. That's kind of interesting. Let's see if he gets a hatchery on 21 supply. And usually when Zerg players do this 14 or 15 pool into hatch build, they'll get that hatchery down around 14 or 15 or 16 supply, but this is considerably later. I'm not too sure what the purpose of that is. I guess it allows you to get Zerglings out to deal with the pylon blockage in that case, but at any rate, kind of a late hatchery, and he gets a hatchery down. Now Zergling's searching for that proxy pylon, which is not present, and now he's going to go ahead and send them out across the map. Meanwhile, Overlord makes its way across the gateway, and luckily for him, the Stalker is not quite out yet, but it is being chrono boosted, and that Overlord, I think, will make it back home alive. It's going to be a race. That rally point is set to the Overlord. Will it make it out alive or not? Upgrade Stalker is coming, and he's dual mining gas right now, so he's got a lot of gas coming in right now at this moment. I think that Overlord will make it back home safely. Overlords are actually surprisingly fast, believe it or not. Ah, the Stalker came outside too. But Overlords are actually not that slow when you think about it. I mean, they're, alright, fine, they're pretty slow, but they're not that slow. They can make it out of there alive. And so, Upgrade making a proxy pylon below the Zerg main. That's interesting. So we could have some proxiness coming for you guys. And Feng Huang is actually doing a good job of scouting out with his Zerglings. This is something that Zerg players should always be doing. And take a page out of Rhett's book or any of the top Zergs. Scout with Zerglings to check for that proxy pylon. It's so important. And right now the Zerglings are outside the Protoss main. And hello, what do we have here? Wow, proxy Stargate. That's so old school. That's like 1970s old school, man. All right, we'll have to see if this proxy Stargate is gonna pay off or not. I mean, I haven't seen a build like this in a very, very long time. An Upgrade is throwing down a second and third gateway right here, so he's gonna have a 3-gate plus proxy Stargate timing push on his hands here, and it's pretty much cheese at this point. I hesitate to say all in because I feel like Protoss can kind of transition out of this. It depends. If they don't do enough damage to end the game, they can transition out. But nevertheless, they are going to look to do some damage here. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens here. It is a proxy Stargate. He's making Void Rays right now. There's a Void Ray going down to the bottom left-hand corner. Nah, the Overlords are not scouting. And you can't blame Upgrade or you can't blame Feng Huang as much as you could blame the Zerg from the prior game. Because this is a pretty, you know, hidden location. It's hard to detect, you know, that there'd be a building there. Feng Huang does have a lot of Zerglings right now. He could actually pick off the Stalker, but those 3 Zealots are knit very tightly, together, and they are going to protect that Stalker. So now Upgrade decides to fall back, but did he reveal his hand right there? Because the Zerglings ran in and they didn't see a Nexus. So at this point, I mean, Feng Huang has got to be thinking something fishy is going on here, especially considering there are no sentries at all. That means that gas has got to be going somewhere, and Feng Huang here could get us around. He is going to get us around. That Stalker goes down. These Zealots are going to go down as well, and Upgrade misses his opportunity to stutter step micro the Zealots. He could have stutter step micro the Zealots and danced them around to keep them alive, and he could have actually killed off the Zerglings, but he did not do that. And now the Zerglings could actually run inside the main. Force field will go down, but the 3 Zerglings make it in there, and it looks like a sentry will be a casualty of war here. No, that sentry barely survives. So yeah, Upgrade deciding to go for cheese here, but it still hasn't worked out yet. He hasn't even revealed the Void Rays yet. So this is the thing here from Upgrade. When you proxy a Stargate, you can reveal 1 or 2 and, you know, hope to win the game. Or you can just wait to build up 4 or 5 and really roll the dice, take a gamble. Either I'm in it to win it or I'm not. So Upgrade here is literally going for the mega cheese here. But the problem that I think you guys have all realized at this point is Feng Huang has got to realize something's up. He's scouted, there's no Nexus. He's scouted, it's Stalkers and Zealots and only a single sentry. He's sending in the Overlord now, and he sees nothing. So at this point, from a Zerg perspective, you gotta be thinking either it's Dark Templar or it's Void Rays, either of which require you to get Spore Crawlers up. And I don't know why Feng Huang has not built a single Spore. There it is. There is 1 Spore Crawler at the front. But I think that the gamble here, rolling the dice here, is definitely going to pay off for Upgrade, because he's coming in with 4 Void Rays, and there is no way that Feng Huang can deal with this. And those 4 Void Rays are going to immediately snap off that Queen. They're going to get a full charge on that Evolution Chamber. Say goodnight to +1 weapons. That isn't going to go up. And the layer is going to go down as well, too. Feng Huang decides to pull back with the Roaches. That's a mistake. At this point, just go in with the Roaches. Try to do whatever damage you can. Go into a base race scenario. That's his best hope of winning this game right now, and he has decided to go ahead and send those Roaches across the map, so he's going to go for the base race here. The layer has gone down, and we are in a full-on base race right now for both these guys, but the problem here for Upgrade is he has no way to deal with these Roaches. That's too many Roaches. I'm pretty sure Feng Huang can actually level the Protoss base right now. And the pylon is going down. 4 Zerglings have been sent out. They have found the pylon. The pylon will go down. That Stargate will not be able to finish off that last Void Ray. So 5 Void Rays, that's what you see, and that's what you're gonna get. So at this point, I really feel like Upgrade should actually send out a probe somewhere to build a building. Otherwise, he could just face straight up elimination, but he can't fit a probe out there. He can't bring a probe out because there are too many Roaches inside his base. So at this point, you gotta decide for a Protoss player, do I bring back some of my Void Rays to deal with the Roaches or not? And I don't think he can afford to. It just takes too long to send the Void Rays back. So it is literally, quite literally, a base race right now. But there are Spore Crawlers and Hydras in the back for Feng Huang, and he's building up more Hydralisks. No, he's not, because he's supply blocked. So Feng Huang cannot build additional Hydras right now. So basically for Feng Huang, what you see is what you get as well. He's trying to get more Overlords out, but it's going to take a very long time. And somehow, someway, a mistake from Feng Huang. He sends the Roaches into the Nexus, and he allows the probes a gasp of air to allow an escape. And the probes make their way down to the 6 o'clock, and that could actually prove fatal for the Zerg player, because a pylon can now be hidden. In fact, up to 10 pylons can be hidden because he's got 1,000 minerals, but the Void Ray did go down right there to the Hydras. So the damage that can be output from these 3 Void Rays, I don't think matches the damage that can be output from these, I don't know, 14 or so Roaches. So yes, very interesting game right now. Not quite sure who's going to win this game at the end of the day. There is a probe hiding back here. It can build a pylon, but I think that it is in the Protoss player's best interest to build a Nexus somewhere. Otherwise, his buildings are going to be revealed. Recall in StarCraft 2, if you don't have a main building like a Nexus Command Center or a hatchery, then your other buildings will be revealed. Feng Huang realizes that he's building more hatcheries. He's not going for extractors or anything tricky like that. Whereas Upgrade is just building pylons, and that is a mistake. He is being revealed right now. He's got to build a Nexus somewhere, and he's actually decided to make this place home. He's going to call this place home. That's his new refuge. and building a Nexus there now. That is interesting. So he put the pylon up first and then put the Nexus up. I don't agree with that decision because you recall the Zerg player should have vision of that pylon, and he does. So he's going to come up there anyways, and he's probably going to be able to kill up that Nexus. And that Nexus is not in a good spot to receive income either. So, I don't know. Those Zerglings have found their way in, though. They're going for the pylon, but they won't be able to kill it off. And let's just look at the units remaining for both players. 20 drones, 12 roaches, against 5 probes and 3 void rays. And he's literally making this place home. He's actually even walling it off with pylons and everything. So, at this point, guys, it really comes down to, I think, both players rebuilding. I definitely feel like both players have the opportunity to rebuild. Upgrade is going to try to hinder that by killing off a hatchery down at the 6 o'clock position. And if you look at it, oh, there's actually a void ray up here killing off this hatchery as well. Unbelievable. So the Zerg player could actually be eliminated right here. This hatchery's at 300, sub 300 health. This hatchery is not going down anymore, Feng. The Protoss player has decided to pull all of his void rays back home to defend against this roach push. He is going to try to make the defense rather than go for the base race. So let's see if he can hold it off or not. He's got 2 void rays here. The hatchery down here has gone down, and there is enough void ray DPS here to keep the roaches away. I actually think Upgrade is ahead right now, but another hatchery has been snuck over at the 3 o'clock position. A void ray is being sent out to scout that location, and it will find that void ray. Meanwhile, these roaches don't have anywhere to go, and those 2 void rays are going to town. But Feng Huang is mining. That's the difference maker in this game. The Zerg is mining, the Protoss is not. So, I don't know, guys. I don't know how this game is going to play out. It's really going to come down to the decision-making from both these guys. Feng Huang deciding here he's going to go for the probes. And then, what is he going to go for? He finishes off the last probe, and now he's going to go ahead and pull out. Can he save his roaches, or will one of them go down? It looks like one will go down, a second will go down. That is crucial, man. Losing 2 roaches for 2 probes, or 2 or 3 probes, not worth it at all. Feng Huang needs to bring these roaches somewhere safe and spread them out. I actually think what he's doing right now is trying to buy time to get his tech back up and running, because recall, if he can get some queens out and some spore crawlers, he is certainly back in this game, because he is the one mining and the Protoss is not. And that's a problem. If you're ever in a base race situation, guys, make sure to make your building, your main building, somewhere where you can mine minerals. I think that's a smart idea, right? It's not too unreasonable. So right now, he is distance mining right now, so Upgrade really just has 2 void rays in the air, and that's really all he's got. He's going to go for the hatchery. He's found the new hatchery. He's going for the spawning pool first. Can't make up his mind. Meanwhile, he's just going to bring back some of his void rays to deal with the roach pressure. So this is a very intriguing game of chess right now, because the Protoss has to decide how many void rays he wants to leave on offense and how many he wants to leave on defense. Meanwhile, the Zerg has got to get some spore crawlers up. Does he have an Evo chamber? He does have an Evo chamber. He's building 4 spore crawlers right now. That could be exactly what he needs to get back in this game. Where's his Evo chamber? There's an Evo chamber. He built it in the middle of the map. So he's building 4 spore crawlers right now. And will the spore crawlers make it out alive or not? This is going to be really close. The void rays are 2 charged up, and they are going to be able to kill off 1 spore crawler, but I don't think Upgrade wants to go for the remaining spores. And meanwhile, Feng Huang is going to go for the Nexus. Oh my god, this game is out of control. And it's 5 roaches against a Nexus. Can they out DPS a Nexus before that void ray kills off the remaining roaches or not? We'll just have to wait and see. Meanwhile, Feng Huang kills off the remaining void rays. He killed off every single last one with the queen that came out. And the Protoss player killed off the roaches. Well, slap me hard and call me silly. I still don't know how this game is going to end out. That void ray there, it's got 26 kills. It is an executor, or an executor, and it is going to go for the queen. Will it get a charge up? It will get a charge up, but there's a spore crawler burrowing down right about now, and that will force Upgrade to pull away. He's going to actually get that void ray out of there alive. That was actually pretty crucial, because that's the only void ray alive. And Upgrade, woo, there it is. Let it out, man, let it out. I know your pain. Let the steam vent out. But it matters not, because I'm pretty sure you are out of this game. You cannot hope to deal with a spawning pool and a mining Zerg player when you've only got a single void ray. And he's actually telling the Zerg to leave right now, but I don't think the Zerg is going to leave. I don't see why he would, because now he's bringing the swarm, and there it is. GG, love it. That was an epic game for sure, and I hope you guys enjoyed that cast as much as I did. That was very, very close and down to the wire. Almost qualifies for Failcraft, that one does. So hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure to tune in for the grand finals of GameCom Plantronics EU. Will be live broadcasted on their, I believe, Justin TV channel. You guys can find more information on their website, or stay tuned on Team Liquid this weekend. There should be a stream link up on the right hand side, either or, and you guys will see me live broadcasting that. And look out for 2 more epic replays that are not related to this tournament. They're just kind of outside epic replays. They will be going up on my YouTube channel very, very soon. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Do appreciate all the support I can get. Love you guys. And following this game, I guess it's back to Wally and my aquarium. Gotta set that baby up. And maybe I'll make a video about it in the very near future. Thanks a lot, guys. This is HC, signing out.